Good morning, good morning.
Uh-oh, he's karaoke.
Karaoke on a Friday morning. Finally some sunshine. Not too cold today. It was a little bit cool yesterday here in Jersey, I will say that. So good morning. Welcome to a fired up episode. I got the hat on right today. We are fired up on a Friday about a lot of things. And we'll dive into so much of it. Let's wait for some people to filter in. If you're here, please jump in the comment section. And I'm happy to bring somebody on with me today. So if you want to jump on a live with me and chop it up, I will allow you to get on and speak your voice, get your voice heard. We have to talk about things.
I just put the link in the comments, but it only allows me to put the link into your personal Rich Malachy page, not LinkedIn or anything like that. So I will put up a banner, even though
that might be hard.
That's going to be difficult.
It's okay. So that might be tough, but we did put the link in the description on the Rich Malachy's Facebook, and it looks like YouTube.
And YouTube. Yes.
YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Rich Malachy's Facebook page, you have the link to click on to join the conversation, and I'll bring you on once we get going. So please be patient as we get going with the topics of this Friday morning. But it's also right here.
All right.
It's also right there. You can jot that down and type it in the browser, old school style.
Go old school, rotary phone style.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep, the rotaries. Grandma used to have that at the house. Drinking my coffee. What's your favorite coffee? This is homemade.
As is mine.
But it is Starbucks. I will say that. It's Italian. It's the Italian roast espresso Starbucks. I love the dark roast, Lisa.
So do I. That's why I only do espresso roasts.
Only espresso. Only espresso. We love the dark roasts. Rick, happy Friday. Have a great weekend to you, my friend, and your team and your family. Where do we even begin?
Let's do it.
Where do we even begin on this glorious Friday?
You need a chair?
Yeah, I gotta get a chair over here. Getting old, these old bones.
Gotta stretch your hips.
Gotta stretch it out. Gotta stretch it out today. Stretching it out. Hold on. Stretch it out.
Oh, there's a hand?
Oh. All right. So let's talk Fed conference real quick. Let's do that. Taz, Freak Out Friday, get those ovens cleaned. Yes.
Tell Taz, get in here.
Get those ovens clean, people. So, Fed Conference 22, listen, I'm probably going to talk about this until the day it arrives. And listen, it's necessary. I have to make sure that every single person that we come in contact with via social media knows that the Fed Conference 22 is going down in Arizona. And we are going to be bringing some keynote speakers to the table that are going to punch you metaphorically in the brain and the face on what you need to do, on why you need to do it, on what you need to do. Because you're probably sick of hearing it from me. So we got to get some of these high octane people in the media world to come in and show you what it's like. But there's going to be so much going on. I mean, it's going to be so much fun. We're going to have our signature drink, Lisa. I'll probably work with our region leader, Taz Sutherland, to put that together. I think that'd be a good idea.
Fantastic.
So there'll be a signature drink for the conference. When you arrive, you'll know exactly what that is. We'll get that drink in your hand so you get loose as a goose and you are feeling the love and camaraderie. Lots of ways to network. We're going to have the connection engine area where you're going to be able to continue to connect throughout the entire conference. For the golf lovers, there'll be some golf that will attach to the conference so you can enjoy your golf at a discount. And beautiful, beautiful golf courses out there. I just saw a few.
What were they? PGA played courses or something?
One of them that we saw was definitely like a TPC. I'm not a golf guy, so you got to forgive me. Something about a TPC tournament, or I don't know. One of them is definitely like major, but I don't know. Depending on where we choose, it depends. Either way, phenomenal golf courses out there, and we're gonna be driving home. All right, listen, Fed, food equipment, digital digital disruptor. We're trying to get the industry on the level where they need to understand the importance of digital branding, digital marketing, and their efforts on their media platforms. We're going to be teaching it. We're going to be workshopping it. We're going to be letting you get insight into what's next, into what's new, into what's happening. We're gonna incorporate some technology things into the game. A lot of fun stuff, and there's going to be food. Listen, everyone loves food. I mean, listen, who doesn't love food?
Love food.
If you know me, you know I love food. If you're on my personal Facebook page, I'm putting food in front of you at least 4 times a day.
If you're in this industry, you love food.
Yes, you gotta love food. So there's some interesting things we have in the works. Excited to be to release the new website soon. So Lisa is working tirelessly right now on getting some of these.
He doesn't let me leave.
Well, Lisa, this is what you signed up for. A lot of hours, very little pay, and that's it. That's why we put a gym here. We got a shower.
Literally.
We're making this place like a home, so you never have to go home. This is your home now.
This is my home now.
You're in my family now. So, yeah, it's exciting times. I don't know, but with the industry shifting and shaping, it's exciting times. And this is going to lead into some things I'm going to talk about today. It's also scary times. There's some interesting things going on out here in the world. It's definitely not the industry I grew up in. It's definitely not the business I grew up in. It's changed tremendously. And, change often happens when you're not even paying attention. You wake up one day and you're like, oh, everything's the same. But when you look back, it's all different, right?
Yes, and I'm laughing because I'm trying to let you know that things are still changing. They're moving forward. I don't want you to get left behind.
That's right. I will not be left behind. We are the OG disruptors here. We are trendsetters.
Yep.
How can we be left behind, Lisa? So, kidding. But listen, the fact of the matter is the industry is changing, and listen, it's ever changing, right? This is not new. Every year it changes, but it's just, I think maybe with what happened with pandemic, it got people thinking on a different level. I'm sure there's, look at the acquisitions again, the consolidations, you see all these things happening. And I think it got people thinking, you know what, if you're a baby boomer and you own one of these businesses, my father's a boomer, you're up there in age to the extent where it's like, I want to retire and relax and enjoy my life. You're 60, you're 65, you're 70. I'm not saying you're old. I'm just saying you're done. It's time to move on. You don't have a family, that's going to take over the business. It's true. It's like, what do I do with my business that I built? And so you see acquisitions and consolidation, and you see a lot of activity on the street from different angles. People trying to get back to business and trying to reorganize, and we're doing that too. I mean, we've definitely cleaned house here. We've gutted warehouses. We've updated things, and we're getting ready for a big push. We have an upgrade on our software about to happen next week or two. We've been paperless for the most part, but this is the big push to be fully paperless. There's a lot of changes internally. And then we look at the technician landscape, and this is one of the things I wanted to touch on. We look at the food equipment service technician landscape. Lisa, this is a tough topic to talk about because. And this is not about me like trying to toot my own horn. This is about stuff that has come across our desk, come to my phone. Rich, you got to be careful with what you say. You got to have awareness and be thoughtful with what you're saying, because people are listening and people are watching. And when you have partnerships and when you have these things that you've built over the last decade or 2 decades or 3 decades, like we have, you have to protect those, and you have to value them. And, I have to be thoughtful in the things I say and the way I say them. So I try to be more aware of that. And that's actually, not to go back to Fed conference, but Lisa, yes. We were talking with I'm definitely going to put a keynote out there. You're coming out to Arizona. I got to give you Fed Nation. I got to give you me. I got to give you what we're doing. I'll even tell you let me see that. I'm going to tell you this
my
because
handwritten ideas.
So this is coming about to the point of being careful with how you say stuff. So
you can't read my writing.
My topic is
do you want me to read it?
Digital disruption and managing the impact. Elevate role of digital marketing within your organization, understanding successful approaches, measuring success, and the power of having an influencer on your side. So we're going to be talking about the impact that you can create if you start to build your platform, and understanding that being thoughtful and understanding what you're putting out there comes with the territory. So when I talk about certain things that are touchy subjects, I'm gonna do my best to not be disrespectful and to not be listen. A big thing for me is don't name names. Don't name names. We're not here to name names. It's not when you're in Fed Nation, when you're our community, it's not about bashing everyone in the planet. We all could bash each other. Malachi could be bashed. People bash Malachi. I'm sure there's things like, oh, Malachi sucks. Okay, cool. Listen, I can't be everything to everyone, just like you can. So it's not about bashing a service company or manufacturer. It's about bringing the conversation to the table in a respectful manner so we can evolve, so we can talk through things, so we can make things better. If you don't talk about it and you sweep it under the rug, what happens? Nothing.
Things fester.
Things fester. There's animosity. Mold grows. Yes. So
it's about conversations.
Yeah. That's how things evolve and change. And that's what the Fed Nation community has been about. It's about moving the needle forward. So, man, food equipment service, powerful industry, strong industry, booming industry. Technicians out here writing their own tickets. I've been saying that for more than a few years now since I started this thing, which is another thing I talk about when I went to the high school. You guys want to be in a position of power. You guys want to be in a position of great pay, of being rewarded more than just pay. What about helping people? There's so many benefits to being a service technician, especially today. And that was one of the things that I put forth to them. You write your own ticket in this business. And that there's a fine line. That's not for every technician, because every technician is different. It's just like every person is different. It's what you put in. So there's technicians out there that are probably saying to themselves, you know what? Maybe I'm older now. I'm not trying to go hard like I used to. So I'm cool with just coasting right now. But there's people out there that are ready to rock and roll and build. And so you can write your own ticket. It just all depends on what you're willing to put in. Now, when you look at service technicians, I think this is an important thing to talk about. What do we talk about if you're in a house at a service company right now, and you're saying to yourself, how do we grow? I know there's chatter, and I've talked with different people about, well, it's not about adding new technicians. It's about making the technicians you have more efficient and getting more out of them, getting more profitable. And there is absolute truth in that. However, you cannot build your business without more technicians. It's just the bottom line. This business is built on technicians, asses in seats in those vans, producing. If you have 10 guys, you probably want 15. If you have 20, you probably want 30. That's just the case because you're trying to build and you're trying to grow. And now I do want to put this out there. There's a right way and a wrong way to go about building your business. And I talked a little bit about this yesterday. I want to build the biggest building in town, but not by tearing down everyone else's. I don't want to hurt the people around me. I don't want to. It's not what I'm waking up for. I don't wake up and think about how I'm going to hurt somebody or how I'm going to hurt the guy next to me. There's just zero return on that investment, Lisa. Agree? Agreed. I don't want to hurt people. Do you want to hurt anybody? Absolutely not. I don't wake up for that. I wake up to help people. I love the stuff that we have going on here with this test kitchen. We're in talks with some people here I just joined Rotary Club. I'm waiting for my application to come back in.
Did you fill it out?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about helping you feed the communities here. I'm putting in a full working test kitchen. I'm working with my man Jordan at Automatic Ice. If you don't know Automatic Ice here in New Jersey, go to automaticice.com. I believe that's his website. Go check out what Jordan's got going on. Great guy, great family, great team over there. Hamilton, everybody, Lisa, they do a great job, and they're helping put this thing together. So it's about helping people at the end of the day. That's what I live for. That's what I put my 2 feet on the floor for. And, there's not always a lot of money in that, at least not in the beginning. You have to be willing to sacrifice some things in the beginning to look at the bigger picture. And, so when I say there's a right and a wrong way to do things, and, I want to say that what I'm seeing out here is a little disheartening. It's a little disheartening. It's sad to see. I preach community over competition. I preach it, man. I do, and I have it in the core, in my blood, in my bones. I do believe it. I believe it, but I'm human. I am human, and you're human, and you have a business to run at the end of the day. If you're in a leadership position, a management position, an ownership position, you have a business that you have to see to profitability. You have to see the success of it, and you have to build and do whatever it takes to get that every single day. For you, for your family, for your employees, you have obligations. So when we're sitting here in Malachi and you're sitting there in your office, wherever you are, you're saying to yourself, we need to build, we need to get better, we need to be stronger, we want to take this over, take that over. These are all great things. That's excitement, all right? There's excitement in growth, there's excitement in all that. But again, there's a right and a wrong way to do these things. And if you're in Fed Nation and you're seeing what we're doing, it's disheartening to see some of the things that do go on more than ever. And again, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to sit here and bash anyone. You do you. You know what I mean? You do you. You do you. But when you push someone's back up against the wall, the community over competition thing is real. It's legit. But when you push someone's back up against the wall, you poke the lion's den.
I think people forget that actions and words have consequences.
Actions and words have consequences. Yeah, I mean, when you start poking that hornet's nest, the hornets are going to come out, and they're going to protect their queen, and they're going to do whatever it takes. So then that community over competition thing, as great as it is, and as much as you want, I have this, and my father called it the golden goose. I'm giving you the golden goose, son. You got to keep it warm. You got to make sure it's fed. You got to make sure it's happy and it's loved. And I'm going to do that. Just like you are. If you're in your business right now, you're saying to yourself, I want to protect this to the death. And you should. And so what I'm seeing out here, man, it's disheartening. But I will tell you what, I will not change my colors for you or anyone else. I will keep doing the right thing. I will keep being good to people. And we're going to build this thing one by one. Every now and then you'll take a loss. Every now and then you'll take a win. But you keep going. You keep moving. You keep building. You keep striving. And Taz says, build excitement, not anxiety. Yeah. And you know what, Taz? That's true. But I will tell you, there's a lot of anxiety out here, man. There's a lot of anxiety out here in the street, brother. It's dog eat dog. We're talking about war. Business is war the other day. We're talking about that and all these battles. We're battling every day. We're fighting every day. Jesus says, I call it awareness. Yeah, listen, and you're damn right. We have to be aware. So I was talking yesterday, like, do I know who my competition is? Yeah, of course I do. I don't care about you. You mean nothing to me. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Like, I just mean I don't care. Like, I don't focus on what you're doing. I focus on what I'm doing. I am aware. I am aware of every single thing that happens. Trust.
I like this comment.
Peter Viscon, my brother from another mother. What do we got?
I literally have competitors telling my customers how small we are as a selling point for them. It's truly disheartening, but there is more good in this industry than bad for sure.
Yeah. So let's talk about it from this angle too. When you talk about getting out in the street and you're out there, Peter's out there, a top salesman, top sales guy for sure. This guy can catch a popsicle to a lady in white gloves. I have no doubt. But
I've never heard that one before.
Really?
Yeah.
So you see, I have Lori here who joined our team just as pandemic hit, 2020. Damn, it was hard. But let me tell you something. This woman persevered. She pushed through. And when we sat down for the first meeting and said, how are we gonna tackle this. And she's our key account manager out on the road. She's bringing in planned maintenance agreements. She's brought in more planned maintenance agreements to this company in a pandemic than we've ever had here before. I mean, we have listen, I'll just put it out there. We have over 40 now. We've never had this many. It's insane. There's a lot of change with that. It's excitement in that, building new PM teams. So we're looking for young guys or gals. Hey, listen, young guys or gals that want to, get in there and learn an industry. But one of the things that I preach and I put out to the people that are going to be talking with our customers, we have nothing to gain from bashing another company. When you walk through those doors and, you might say, oh, yeah, we've been using XYZ company for 10 years and we're not happy. That's why we called you in. Oh, yeah, we heard they suck. And no, we heard they're too small and they can't handle your no, don't stoop to that level. What does that make you look like? It makes you look angry. It makes you look like you got a vendetta for something. Like, no, we're not out here bash. Someone mentions a company to me, I go, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I know them. Yeah, I've heard good things. So listen, let's not talk about them. Let me talk about what I could do for you. I don't want to talk about them. I have zero to gain talking about the other guy. We don't do that here. And if I ever find out somebody does, that's something we have to address immediately. There's zero ROI on talking bad about anyone else. It just doesn't make any sense. And technicians are the lifeblood of these service companies. And, I've had conversations over the years. Companies are out here poaching. And when I say poaching, they're literally picking up phones, hitting people on social media, putting cards under windshield wipers, people that I know, people that are supposed to be my friend, community. Listen, God bless. If that's what you feel you need to do, you think that's going to solve the skilled trades gap, if you think that's going to solve the problem, if you think, God bless you. Do what you got to do. It's just not the answer. It's not the answer. It's not going to solve a problem. It's just going to create more tension, I think, in the industry. And people have called other companies out on that. I know guys out, in the big wide world that have called me and be like, hey, Rich, check this out. This guy? I'm like, damn. He's like, yeah, I gotta call him and tell him stuff. Wow. These are friends. And listen, by the way, this is not me complaining or getting on a soapbox. I'm talking conversation. I'm talking about what's going on in the world. I ain't complaining about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm here. I want to spark conversation. I want people to know this is stuff that's going on. And before media, where did we get the chance to talk about this? We swept it under the rug. We didn't want to say, shh, don't say anything. But these are real world things that are happening and they need to be discussed. And, I'm building something in Fed Nation. Lisa is here. She's committed. She's excited to be part of this thing. She sees the massive potential in what we have going on here. Fed Nation members see the potential. That's why they're so active and loud. We have something going here. And there is community over competition. There's people helping people every single day in that group. And it warms my friggin' heart. I love it. Were you going to say something? I
was just going to say a flower does not think of competing to the flower next to it. It just blooms.
Ah. The flower does not think of competing with the flower next to it. It just blooms. I like that. I do like that.
You like that? I brought a little girly element to it.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it. What did Jesus? Jesus says the best perfume in the world is very small. Just saying.
The best perfume in the world. What is that, Jesus?
I'm a little confused. That's okay. I love it. So, keep drinking my espresso here with y'all on a Friday morning.
I don't think you even talked about what you were really fired up about today.
Well, I have a couple of things I was going to talk about.
Okay.
But we are fired up about vision.
All right. I'm putting it up. Put
it up. Let's get her done. On a Friday morning here in Jersey. So put a post up a little while ago, not too long ago, a couple hours, maybe hour or two. It's not luck, it's not magic. It's not circumstances. It's developing a great plan and executing on it day in and day out until the visions in your head become your reality. All right. This is what we're fired up about, big time. Vision. Being a visionary. It's damn, this is not easy. I'm telling you firsthand, it's not easy. Coming behind my dad with a much different approach to people and business, having to change the culture here. It's been an uphill battle, and we do have a people first atmosphere here, and I really see now. I say that, right? You know what I mean? I say that people first. This is a people first atmosphere. This is a people first business. I say that. Do they believe it? I don't know. That's a good question, right?
Yeah.
And I love having these open, honest discussions about this stuff. I sometimes, as I'm having these fired up lives, I find answers for myself.
Absolutely.
So Lisa, listen, I could put someone in the room and I could ask them, and they'll just agree with me. I could say, hey, Lisa, do you believe that this is a people first business? And what are you going to say?
Yes.
Of course. But it's hard to find the truths in employee versus owner or leader or whatever you want to call it. It's hard to find those truths. And do they really believe the vision? That is the hard part here. So I know what I believe. I know what I feel I put forth. I know what I feel in my head and in my heart. But do they? But it's subjective. It is subjective because we all view the world through different lenses, right? There's different perceptions. We all perceive life differently. I was actually at a Safesa conference or a regional meeting out in Vegas, and we did this kind of exercise where someone came in, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but basically what it was about was the way we perceive things, and we all took the same test. We all went through the same story.
Okay.
And then there was questions to answer. Okay. And we all answered differently on what we saw. Yeah. And it was an amazing exercise. It was so much fun to see what other people thought. I'm like, that's what you got?
Well, I have this conversation with you all the time. When you and I are having meetings with people, you and I hear things totally differently. Yeah. Very differently. Perceive other people's body language differently even.
I mean, that really is true. Like we'll jump off a Zoom and she's like, so what did you think? And I'm like, this, and she's like, I didn't get that. She's like, I thought they were saying this, and this. And I'm like, then I'm like, well, maybe you're right. So then she helps me see things in a different light. I'm like, yeah, I guess you know what, maybe you're right. And this is the world. So yeah, vision. I have these things in my head, and I'm pulling them out of my head little by little over the years and the months and the weeks, and I'm hoping that I'm delivering the message, and people are feeling it in their heart and their soul, and they're happy to put the logo on their hats and their shirts every morning, and they go and they're taking care of customers and they're working together. I'm hoping that that's the vision, but you just don't know for sure. And so I put up here, working hard on getting these visions out of my head and into the universe. It's not easy for me. I struggle with my mind and my communication. I have the vision and the wherewithal, but sometimes getting it out into the atmosphere and the ability to have others see and understand is difficult. I'm telling you this because of the possibility that one other person that's trying hard to build something sees it, knows they are not alone, and it's normal. Keep fighting the good fight, right? So the vision here is about people. The vision here is about care. The vision here is about taking care of the person next to you. And listen, profitability and numbers, they all are part of the business. We cannot push that to the side like that doesn't matter, because we do have conversations. We do talk about numbers. We do have KPIs. We do have these things, okay? But the ultimate driving factor to the KPI, the ultimate driving factor to the numbers is what? The people. The people. So I have a very, 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 I have a very big task at hand as we build and grow. New Jersey is our state, born and raised, Jersey boy to the heart.
201.
Jersey boy to the heart. and this is my home. This is where everything is. I don't foresee myself ever leaving Jersey. It's just in my blood. I feel it. I can't leave. And I want to take New Jersey, and I want New Jersey to be ours. I want it to be I want the Malachi Cares stamp all over the state, everywhere. That's what I'm working towards, and I can only do that by taking care of all the people with me along the way, and bringing people on and lifting them up. And that vision that I see needs to come out of this damn head and get into their heads and hearts. And it's a slow process. It's a grind every day. We're trying to shift and make changes. We're trying to adapt. We're trying to let our technicians on the road not feel like they're on an island. You know, I have Janine making phone. We were doing monthly calls. You know, instead of bringing everybody in, we're doing monthly phone calls, monthly Zooms, whatever works best for the guy. You know, on top of the quarterly meetings where I'm trying to drive home messages. And I'm just trying to do as much as we can to let everybody here know that they're not alone, that we got your back. And that's part of the vision. So it's tough. What does Mike Reed say?
Mike Reed says, being a small company is a plus, small enough to give personalized service to clients. The large firms can be frustrating for customers to deal with.
Mike, so check it out. Yeah. You know, talking with a friend of mine in the industry who I hold near and dear. Some more espresso. You know, with all these consolidations, you know, talking about all these big conglomerates coming in and buying up companies. The bigger you get, the harder it gets to do what you just said, that personalized service to clients. It gets hard. You know, and there's a lot of price structure that they're driving price. You know, they might start lowballing. You look at, you know, a lot of these big firms that come in any industry, and they bring down the price and then drive the other guy out of town, and then they raise the price back up. You know, you ain't driving me out of town. But yeah. So when that's another coming off the vision topic, but going into this, there is for the smaller businesses, the medium size, maybe small to medium. You know, there's an opportunity right now to really dig your heels into your market and connect with people on a level like you've never done before, which is what we really are beginning to do here more and more. Between now and the end of summer, we're going to be touching a lot of people. I'm going to be on the road touching a lot of people, seeing a lot of people. That is what we need to do. That's the personalized thing. So yeah, so all you companies out there that are saying, I'm not selling and I'm building and I'm growing, we're small and medium like me, I'm not going nowhere, I'm not selling anything. I'm ready to go for the next 2 decades. So we have the opportunity to give that personal touch, and we have to use that to our advantage. What else? Do we have someone else that said anything?
Nope. Well, Jesus says, they are probably scared of how strong you are, regardless of size. Get them, bro.
Yes, sir. That's right. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna keep going. Josh Zolan was here. What happened?
Yes, he was just giving me a wonderful compliment.
Dropping some profound wisdom, Lisa. Is that the flower comment? Probably?
Yes, probably.
Yes, I like that. Wow, you should do a post on that. You should. So we've been rapping for a minute. I appreciate you all joining me here. It's Friday. What do you got going on? If you're in Fed Nation, definitely let us know what you got going on this weekend. I know Taz is going to be putting in some drinks for you guys to enjoy at the Fed Nation drink station. So get ready to check that out. If you're not in the group, go over to Food Equipment Digital Disruptor Group on Facebook. Join the community. It's building. It's growing every day. Yeah, so Taz will be putting in that Fed Nation drink station in. So I'm curious to see what the drinks of the weekend are going to be. And again, Fed Conference is coming, 2022, Arizona. We're going to be releasing a lot of stuff. And also, I'm going to let you know, we are working diligently
yes,
on thefedgroup.com, which is coming very soon. And I'm just going to give a nod to Taz Sutherland, because he is going to be the very first blog post on that website. So Taz, to you, my friend. Oh, my sister's here.
First birthday party vibes. Rich is
Oh shoot, I forgot. Yeah, my nephew's first birthday, Cullen. I got to go down to Tom's River this weekend. So I'll be down in Tom's River. I got to bring some food down there.
Jesus has blueprints.
Blueprints, my weekend homework. Attaboy. There we go. So, all right, Lisa, I guess we're going to take this Fired Up Live down. It's been a beautiful week. Another one in the books. The calendar pages keep ripping off. If you haven't started whatever you wanted to start, I suggest you do it because the calendar pages are going to keep ripping off whether you do or you don't. So get going, get started, start doing, join Fed Nation, get uplifted, feel the love, feel the community. I'll be back next week. We're going live every friggin' day. We're going to do it. We're going to get people excited out here. Food equipment industry. I see you. I love you. And I wish you the best weekend ever. See you next week.